Lightsabers in Destiny 2. Is it the secret sauce? The juice to convince people to come on back or to keep them around if they're still playing? It actually might be. And after playing through Edge of Fate and doing a few of the extras, I now see the gambit, pun intended, that this franchise is trying to execute. Renegades is just one part of that gambit. Destiny Rising, the mobile game, is the other.
The 9 beings of the 4th dimension
have pulled one beautiful boy, Louis Lodi, forward from this fiction's version of the 1960s into the present.
This beautiful boy is the emissary to be, paperwork permitting.
The Vex, evil robots, are able to explore and observe alternate timelines. You also fight a bunch of different versions of the Vex across Destiny 1 and 2 that are from different timelines. And you combine those two sets of powers, right? The 9, fourth dimensional beings that can pull things forward in time, but never back. That's their rule. And the Vex, which clearly have the power to not only travel forward and backward in time, but also laterally across timelines. If you smash those two things together, now you can literally access the entire multiverse of, everything. And how much Star Wars sauce are they going to pull in? And depending on how much of the licensed Lucasfilm stuff they bring in, it can get pretty crazy. And then that raises the other question too of, once they bring that stuff in, it's there forever as part of the fiction, as part of the lore. And on the subject of alternate timelines, Destiny Rising takes place in the past of the Destiny fiction, but in an alternate timeline. If Destiny Rising becomes a huge, massive success, very popular, everyone's playing it, makes tons of money, it would be very easy to find a lore justification to bring elements of Destiny Rising into Destiny 2. The fictional gates have been blown wide open. Obviously, at first, they're going to treat Destiny Rising as its own separate thing to develop on its own and, find its footing, find its audience. But once it settles in, if it has staying power, it can very easily be canonically combined with what's going on. When and if that combination happens, it could really expand the lore in some interesting ways. One thing that I need them to bring from Destiny Rising into Destiny 2 is those dual pistols. The death of dual wielding was a travesty. That was a major loss. I understand the simplification of design when it comes to game balance and why ADS just sort of keeps the player more engaged in the action. And obviously when you dual wield, doing ADS, not really a thing. Although, it kind of can be. There are certain games where when you do ADS while holding two of the same gun, they just go from here to like this, and then the screen zooms in a little bit. So there's a way to do it. I definitely see it done in Destiny Rising's interface. You can see it in the trailer. But bring that into Destiny 2 for sure. Dual wielding. Bring back dual wielding. Because if you can have paracausal fourth dimensional beings, evil time manipulation robots, magic space bugs, I feel like holding one gun in each hand while shooting.
Come on.
I think it's cool. And if you introduce an exotic dual pistol weapon, hey, I'll play whatever game mode you want. I want that. But I also understand very valid concerns. Once something gets gotchified, once something has that sort of mobilification, hyper-monetized sort of juice injected into it, it can really corrupt the organism as a whole. The business reality of it stands to make a ton of money, Destiny Rising specifically. And there is a case to be made where they can just choose to keep them separate if they want. But the lore, technology, and magical mechanisms already exist and have been foreshadowed in a way where if they wanted to bring elements of Destiny Rising into Destiny 2, they very easily could. Obviously, Destiny Rising still has to have time to find its audience. Will people play it? Will they spend money trying to get the various roles and tiers of characters and items? That remains to be seen. That's a complete unknown at this point. But there is this interesting sort of gambit going on where you have this expansion of not only the game lore, but also how the game is choosing to present itself to the consumer. Licensed combination thing for an actual story expansion. Bungie licensing Lucasfilm content to expand on the actual in-game lore of Destiny itself, and then an alternate timeline in the past in order to introduce different characters, gacha mechanics, and so on. What do you think? Are you skeptical? Do you think that introducing a mobile gacha game into the Destiny soup, if you will, is a good idea or a bad one? I'm excited. I'm going to give it a shot.